Greetings. I'm not new to YouTube. This channel is, however. Welcome to the Big Blue Motorbike Dog. There's a separate concluded project on a channel called Adventures of the Big Blue Motorbike Dog and Friends that features music, accompanying videos of motorcycles that, in all honesty, didn't do that well. I had some regular subscribers, but I think if I edited out my friends and family, most of the viewers I had were accidental. I have become very aware that one of the primary motivators viewers have is that they like listening to what a particular video has to say. As my previous channel had very few talking videos, and of those, most of the talking was done by an AI and not by a human being, I get how the interest level wasn't high. So I'm trying something new here and talking. I did write a blog for a good many years on motorcycling, as that's the subject I'm familiar with. Again, I didn't promote it much. It was primarily for friends and family to know what I was doing. But more than that, I think it was a version of therapy for me. Way to vent the things I was thinking about. Just to put it out there, I am one of those motorcycle safety, all the gear, all the time, don't do track things on public roads kind of rider. So if that's not what you are looking for, this probably won't float your boat. I guess a little introduction is in order. Motorcycling is basically in my blood. My grandfather on my mother's side went touring on motorcycles a very, very long time ago when my mother was very young. The big advantage of this is that when my brothers and I have three brothers, were teenagers, wanting a motorcycle didn't get the normal screaming reaction that most mothers have. Granted, my first bike was a Vespa motor scooter, but it was 200 cc's and my ticket to a freedom I hadn't known before. I also was involved in a major motorcycle wreck at the age of 19, which was a long time ago because I'm kind of old now. I don't think I'm old, but the 19-year-old version of myself over 3 decades ago would certainly think so. I do belong to the ranks of riders who have suffered serious injuries on motorcycles, continue to ride, and are evangelical about motorcycle safety, awareness, and advocacy. For many years, I would put 15 to 20,000 miles on a motorcycle every year, and it was my primary form of transportation. In part because I lived in a climate that allowed that, and in part because, especially in my younger days, I would ride temperatures that I consider too cold to ride in now. I love dedication to motorcycling, but I also love being comfortable, which seems pretty common in my age group. Now, because of where I currently live, and my age, as well as other factors, I tend to fall more in line with the national average of 3,000 to 5,000 miles a year per rider. The best part about this is when I was younger and riding a ton of miles every year, I used to throw shade at people who ride like I do now. So that's fun to be on the other side of that equation and understand how much better the big picture of things are. So what you can expect from this channel? A perspective from a longtime rider, someone outside the Harley-Davidson culture, viewpoints from someone whose wife and daughter both pilot their own bikes, and a general evangelist for riders of all kinds, including our three-wheeled friends and family out there. I think the target audience is going to be people who love to ride motorcycles, people who are interested in riding motorcycles, people who are new to motorcycles. The first 2 videos I've got planned out right now are one focusing on the negative side of group rides and one focusing on the positive side. And instead of just giving you like lists or things like that, I'm going to focus on the 2 critical components, I think, of group rides. One being the ride leader, the person who decided to put the ride together, organize it, lead the pack through the paces, you do all that jazz. And then the other one is how well planned it is. And both those components go into making a successful group ride, or not. The first video is going to focus on the negative bits, just to see how that one goes, throw in a little shade. And then the second one will talk about the positive, right? How to know if you've got a good ride leader planning an event. How do you know it's well organized? Things like that. So I do hope you join me on this adventure. We'll see how it goes. And keep the shiny side up and the rubber side down. Cheers.